Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. Got a lot of matchups on this NFL slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below to get in on the action. If you guys haven't already joined Bro Throw, go ahead and hop in there. I'll be posting a teaser in there today, so go ahead and check that out. And also, shouts out to Tyrell for becoming a member. If you guys want to become a member, I'll be shouting someone out every day. So you just got to comment member vibes in the chat if you are a member. And I'll give one of you guys a shout out every day in my videos. And yeah, we'll hop in it. A lot of NFL action today. And yeah, we'll hop in it. We got the Carolina Panthers versus the New York Giants. Giants opening up as a 2-point home favorite with the over-under at 43.5. Carolina 0-1. 0-1 covering the spread. Giants 1-0. 1-0 covering the spread right now. I don't see any major injuries in this matchup. Carolina coming off that 26-24 loss against Cleveland. You know, tough loss. Giants coming off a great win, 21-20 against Tennessee. Playing good. I would say play good. I mean, hey, they got the win in game one. That is what it is. They got the win. That's all you can really ask for. Crazy, Baker, I don't know, man. Didn't look that amazing. Panthers didn't look that amazing. They're on an 8-game losing streak dating back to last season. Not in love with that whatsoever here. And crazy, but I'm going to take the Giants at home. I like the Giants here. In their home crowd, 1-0. I mean, the stadium's going to be crazy. Fans are going to be crazy. Give me Giants money line in this one. Next matchup, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 45. Colts currently tying their first game against Houston. They're 0-1 covering the spread. Jags also 0-1. 0-1 covering the spread as well. We got the Colts. Yeah, coming off that Houston tie. Didn't look that great, to be honest. They really didn't. They really should have lost that game. Jags losing that tough game against Washington. Yeah, this is crazy, but Colts 0-5 covering against Jacksonville. 0-6 covering on the road against the Jags. Their last game of the season last year was against Jags to get into the playoffs, and they lost as big favorites. For some reason, they struggle in Jacksonville. I don't know what it is, but they really do struggle against this Jags team. I'm going to buy a half a point here. I'm going to get Jags plus 3.5. I just wasn't impressed with the Colts in week one, and obviously they're only 3-point favorites, so the line, if the Colts were that much better, the line would be a lot higher. Give me Jags plus 3.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens opening up as a 3.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 44.5. Both teams coming into this 1-0. 1-0 covering the spread. Don't see any crazy injuries here. Baltimore is going to be out without Ronnie Stanley, and they're going to be gaining J.K. Dobbins back, so that's a big addition. Miami coming off that 20-7 win against New England. Baltimore coming off that 24-9 win against the Jets. Miami 1-9 covering against Baltimore, where they have struggled here. Baltimore 4-1 at home against Miami. I'm gonna buy a point. I'm gonna take Ravens minus 2.5 in front of the home crowd. Lamar, slow start last week, but got it going. Looked really great passing, and yeah, I like Ravens at home here. I think it's gonna be a close one. We'll see how Tua plays on the road. I kind of don't hate the 3.5 for the Dolphins here, but I'm gonna take Ravens money line at home. All right, next matchup, we got the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patriots opening up as a 2.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 40.5. Patriots 0-1, 0-1 covering the spread. Steelers 1-0, 1-0 covering the spread. Looked like Mac Jones is good to go here. No TJ Watt for Pitt. Those are the notable injuries for this matchup. Patriots coming off a 20-7 loss against Miami. Pitt coming off that 23-20 big win against Cincinnati. Look good. Mitch played good. The defense played good at home here. Hit 6-0-1 at home in their last 7. Yeah, New England, that offense did not look good in week 1. They struggled. Pitt's D, they came to play last week. At home here, getting underdog value. I'm going to buy a point. I'm going to take Steelers plus 3.5 at home. I think it's going to be a tough day for the Patriots, only scoring 7 last week. Mitch Trubisky, he looked okay for the Steelers. Didn't do anything crazy. The defense looked pretty good. We'll take Steelers plus 3.5. Next matchup, we got the New York Jets versus the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland opening up as a 6.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 39.5. Jets 0-1. 0-1 covering the spread. The Browns 1-0. 1-0 covering the spread here. Jets on a 3-game... losing to Baltimore 24-9 in their opener. Didn't look very good in that opener. Cleveland coming off a 26-24 win against Carolina. Wasn't pretty, but they ran the ball. Nick Chubb ran the ball great. Kareem Hunt. That's going to be their offense this game. They're going to pound it through the Jets' throat at home here. Defense will probably get a couple turnovers against this Jets team. Give me Browns minus 6.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Bucs opening up as a 2.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 44. We got the Bucs coming into this 1-0. 1-0 covering the spread. The Saints also 1-0. 0-1 covering the spread. Tampa, we got Julio, Mike Evans questionable for this matchup. No Donovan Smith. This O-line is just very... We got Tristan Wirfs questionable. Yeah, this O-line is not good. Not good for Tampa right now. And looking like no Alvin Kamara for the Saints. That's what I'm seeing here. We'll see if that changes. That'll be a big loss for the Saints here. But, Tampa, Tom Brady has not beat the Saints in Tampa. He's 0-4. They're 1-7 against New Orleans. This Tampa team, without Tom Brady or with Tom Brady, cannot beat the Saints. They've really struggled, and Tom Brady personally hasn't beat the Saints with Tampa. For whatever reason, Saints play really good against Tampa here. And I'm going to buy a point. I'm going to take Saints plus 3.5 at home. Tampa, they've struggled against Saints big time here. And I think that defense is going to be all over that bad offensive line and probably give Tom some pressure today. I'll take Saints plus 3.5. Next matchup, we got Washington versus Detroit. Detroit opening up as your 1 point home favorite with the over-under at 48.5. Washington coming into this 1-0. 1-0 covering the spread. Detroit 0-1. Did cover in their last game. Don't see any crazy injuries in this matchup here. Looks like DeAndre Swift is probable, so that's good. No Frank Ragnow, so they'll be missing their center. So that'll be a big loss for Detroit. Washington coming off that 28-22 win against the Jags. Detroit coming off a 38-35 loss against Philly. Expecting a lot of points in this one. Both teams are probably going to score. The defenses aren't that amazing. Going to be a fun one here in Detroit. And Carson Wentz looked really good in game 1. He looked really good. The offense looked good. He was throwing it everywhere. Running game looked really good here. And this is a tough one here. This is a tough matchup. It's only a 1 point spread. I mean, man, where do you go here? I think I'm going to take Washington on the road as the underdog at plus 105. The Lions are still the Lions, man. I'm not in love with Washington, but hey, Carson Wentz looked really good despite all the Wentz haters. The offense looked very good here. I'll take Washington money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Los Angeles Rams. Rams opening up as a 10 point home favorite with the over-under at 46.5. We got Atlanta losing 27-26 against New Orleans. We got the Rams getting killed in their opener 31-10 against Buffalo. And that was a struggle game. Matthew Stafford played horrible. Absolutely horrible. Did not look good. I do think the Rams bounce back today. I think they bounce back at home. Another chance at home against the Falcons. I mean, if the Rams don't win here, they're definitely in panic mode to start the season off. And I think they have better. I think the D plays better. And yeah, I'm gonna take Rams. Get a half a point off. We'll take Rams minus 9.5. But I do like them at home here. I don't think they're gonna struggle against this Falcons team. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. Niners opening up as a 9-point home favorite with the over/under at 40.5. We got Seahawks coming off a Denver win, beating Russell Wilson. That was a big win for them. Niners coming off that Bears loss, tough loss. It was a tough game with the weather, but hey, a loss is a loss. Seattle 15-5 covering against the Niners. Seattle 15-2 against San Francisco. That's kind of a crazy number of how dominant they've been. I know it's different now. Seattle, has Geno Smith at quarterback, but yeah, Niners lost to the Bears. It is what it is. Seattle +9. I've looked at this line all week. I think it's very intriguing. People underestimated Seattle. I think a lot of people this season, I think Seattle's going to be underdogs a lot of the season, and they're going to get underestimated, and they're going to get some underdog wins this season and some covers. But 9 points, Niners didn't really look that good on offense here. I know it was a rainy game, but man, I'm going to take Seattle +9 on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders opening up as a 5.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 51.5. Both teams 0-1, 0-1 covering the spread. Definitely got some question marks on Arizona's side on the receiving end. Arizona getting killed by the Chiefs 44-21 in their opener. Vegas losing to the Chargers 24-19 in their opener. I just don't like the Cardinals offense. The Cardinals offense looked horrible. The defense was non-existent. Derek Carr, Devontae are going to feast on this Cardinals defense. Man, I like Raiders minus 5.5 at home and money line. I just like the Raiders more in this matchup here. A lot of missing weapons for the Cardinals. Give me Raiders at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Dallas Cowboys. Bengals opening up as a 7-point road favorite with the over/under at 42. Both teams coming into this 0-1 covering the spread. Cincinnati, tough loss against Pitt. Had their chance to win. They missed the extra point, which went to overtime. Didn't go their way. Dallas, horrible game one, losing 19-3 against Tampa, losing Dak. So they're going to be starting Cooper Rush here. We're going to see how this offense plays. It's going to be a big task for Cooper Rush against this Bengals defense. And man, I just think Bengals I think Joe had it was 4 or 5 turnovers last week, which is crazy. I don't think that'll happen again here. I don't think that'll happen all season. I like Bengals here, minus 6.5, money line on the road. Just too much talent on this team. Dallas, not sure I trust Cooper Rush to lead the charge here. I'm not sure I'd even trust them with Dak, to be honest. But we'll take Bengals on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Houston Texans versus the Denver Broncos. Denver opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over/under at 45.5. Houston tying their first matchup against the Colts. Played a heck of a game in their opener. Broncos losing their first game against Seattle. The offense didn't look good. The offense didn't look good for Denver. They really didn't. Houston, coming off that tie against the Colts. Denver losing by 1 against Seattle. I just wasn't impressed with Denver. I wasn't impressed. They got that lucky Jerry Jeudy catch, but without that, the offense was pretty bad. A 10-point favorite here. I know they're at home. It's crazy, but I kind of do think Denver pulls it away at home, but 10 points, I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to buy half a point. I'm going to take Houston plus 10.5. Not in love with it, but hey, Houston looked pretty good in game 1 against the Colts. Davis Mills was all right. The offense was good. The defense was pretty good. Denver struggled against Seattle. Geno Smith threw all over Denver. The offense looked good. They ran on them. We'll see what this Denver team really is here. So, I think Denver pulls it out at home, but hey, Texans tied their first matchup. looked good against the Colts here, given 10 points on the road. I'll take Houston plus 10.5. Then the last matchup on the board, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. Packers opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over-under at 41.5. No major injuries in this matchup. We got Bakhtiari, Jenkins, and Lazard all questionable. Hopefully they get them back because they desperately need them. We got Chicago coming off a 19-10 win against the 49ers. Then we got the Packers coming off a 23-7 loss against Minnesota. Looked absolutely horrible. They're at home, though. We know Chicago struggled against Green Bay. You know, Aaron Rodgers has pretty much owned the Bears. I do think the Packers get a win at home here, but 10 points, the way the Packers played, the offense was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Defense was bad. Justin Jefferson had a field day with the Packers. And, against the Packers. And, I do like the Packers to pull it out at home just because they've been so dominant against the Bears. And, you know, Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. But 10 points, I'm going to buy a half a point. I'm going to take Bears plus 10.5. I think it'll be a close one here. And, the Bears look good last week. They look good. It's as simple as that in a tough game. I'll take Bears plus 10.5. I do think the money line wise, I think Packers do pull it away at home here. Yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.